Media and entertainment make it seem like living in Las Vegas is a dream, with neon lights, non-stop energy, the excitement of the Las Vegas Strip, and all the tourist attractions. But living here can be much different than just visiting here. Now, before you pack your bags for Las Vegas, there are some hard truths that you need to be able to come to grips with if you are going to be living in Las Vegas. Now, don't get me wrong, I love living here in Las Vegas and it's been a great experience for me. But this city may not be for everyone, especially if you can't handle these things that we're going to cover in today's video. If you're new to the channel, my name is Joshua and I've lived in Las Vegas for 11 years. Now sit back, relax, and let's dive into this topic. Now, if you're thinking about moving to this desert city, it's important to weigh the pros and the cons. And here are the reasons why Las Vegas might not be the best place for you if you can't handle. First up, the scorching heat. There's a popular saying that goes, if you can't take the heat, then stay out of the kitchen. But here in Las Vegas, if you can't take the heat, stay out of Las Vegas. Las Vegas is notorious for its sweltering summers, where temperatures often exceed 110 degrees. Now, the summer months stretch from June through September, with average daily temperatures reaching over 100 degrees. Now, while air conditioning is a must, it does lead to some pretty high energy bills. Now, how much is the average electricity bill in Las Vegas? The average electricity bill in Las Vegas is $176 per month. Now, for anyone that is sensitive to the heat, the unrelenting summer weather can be very difficult to deal with, limiting your outdoor activities and affecting your quality of life during those hotter months if you're a person that loves to be outside. Next up, educational concerns. Now, the Clark County School District, which serves Las Vegas, has faced significant challenges. In 2023, it ranked very poorly in the national comparisons for both funding and academic performance. Now, many families are concerned about the quality of public education, with Nevada ranking 48th in the nation for overall education performance, according to the Annie E. Casey Foundation's annual Kids Count report. Now, if you have children or plan to in the future, the education system might not meet your expectations, leading many families to opt for private schools, which is something that can also add to the living expenses. Next, let's talk about the tourist overload. Now, while tourism fuels the local economy, and that's a good thing, it can also be overwhelming for residents, especially if you are frequently driving through or visiting highly touristed areas. Now, Las Vegas sees an average of 42 million tourists annually, flooding not only the Strip, but the local streets, restaurants, and all the attractions. Now, major events like the conventions, the festivals, and sporting events, concerts often bring in massive crowds, leading to increased traffic, higher prices, limited availability of local amenities, and it can be hard to enjoy your day-to-day life when you're constantly sharing your city with waves and waves of visitors, and sometimes the noise and the hustle and bustle of having to deal with the traffic and a lot of tourists can be frustrating. So if you can't handle that, then you may want to think twice about moving to Las Vegas. Next up, let's talk about the high cost of living. Now, while Las Vegas may be much more affordable than cities like Los Angeles or New York, the overall cost of living can still be steep. As of the latest market report from the Las Vegas Realtors Association, housing costs have surged, with the median price of a sold single-family home being $479,900 and the median price of sold condos and townhomes coming in at an all-time high of $299,500. Next, let's talk about water shortages. Now, Las Vegas sits in one of the driest regions of the country, and the issue of water scarcity is becoming increasingly critical. The city sources 90% of its water from the Colorado River via Lake Mead, which has been shrinking due to prolonged drought. In 2021, the federal government declared the first ever water shortage at Lake Mead, leading to water restrictions in Las Vegas. Conservation measures such as banning grass lawns in new developments are already in place, but long-term solutions are unclear. Sustainability-minded individuals might find it difficult to reconcile the water crisis with daily life here. Let's talk about the lack of seasons. Now, being from Michigan, I'm used to having 4 seasons: spring, summer, winter, and fall, and all the beauty that surrounds each season. Las Vegas is a little different. Las Vegas has a desert climate with long hot summers and mild winters. Now, if you're someone who enjoys distinct seasons, snow in the winter, crisp fall days with those beautiful leaves on the trees, blooming flowers in the spring, you might be a little disappointed. The weather is mostly hot and dry, with a little variation aside from the cooler period in the winter months, when the temperatures can dip to the 40s or even the 30s. For some, the lack of seasonal change can make the year feel a little monotonous, leading to a sense of missing out on the beauty that nature has to offer. Next, let's talk about how there's gambling everywhere. Now, gambling is a major part of the Las Vegas identity and is nearly impossible to escape. Slot machines aren't just limited to the Strip. You'll find that they're in grocery stores, they're in gas stations, and they're even in the airports. Now, according to Nevada's Gaming Control Board, in 2023 alone, Las Vegas casinos raked in over $8 billion from gambling. This constant exposure can be a challenge, especially for those recovering from gambling addictions or trying to avoid that temptation. For me, I don't have an issue with it because I don't gamble at all. But if you're out there and you have had struggles with gambling in the past, this city might not be for you. Now let's talk about wild traffic. Getting around Las Vegas can be a nightmare, especially during rush hour or when large events are happening. Now, Las Vegas is huge when it comes to conferences. There are always major conferences here. There are sporting events here. There are concerts here. Not long ago, we had the Super Bowl here. And there are always things that are happening in Las Vegas. And the Strip is a constant traffic jam. And with the city's growing population, commutes are becoming longer. Public transportation options like buses are limited, and there's no subway or extensive rail system. The Las Vegas Review-Journal reports that nearly 60% of Las Vegas drivers feel stressed by traffic and accidents are frequent. Now, if you are a remote worker, Las Vegas can be very, very attractive. I have worked remotely for years here in Las Vegas, and that has helped to alleviate some of the stress that traffic brings for the residents here. So that is something to factor in as you're looking at moving to Las Vegas. Next, let's talk about the limited outdoor activities. Now, while there are some very beautiful natural spots like the Red Rock Canyon and Mount Charleston, the harsh reality is that this is a desert landscape, so it does limit some of the outdoor activities throughout the year. With that summer heat, being so intense, it is hard to enjoy outdoor activities like hiking, cycling, or even walking your dog in the summer months. So if you're an outdoor enthusiast who loves, lush forests, lakes or beaches, you might find that Las Vegas natural offerings might not fulfill your cravings for those type of adventures. Las Vegas still does have a lot to offer, don't get me wrong, but it does limit the outdoor activities here. Next, let's talk about the transients of the city. Now, Las Vegas is often seen as a transient city where people come and go, either chasing dreams or looking for a fresh start. And this makes it difficult to establish long-term friendships or really build a community. A 2019 study found that Las Vegas has one of the highest population turnover rates in the US, with many residents moving in and out within a few years. Now, if you're seeking stability and lasting connections, you may find it difficult to build that close-knit community that you're hoping to build, unless you're like me and you moved to Las Vegas because of your church and you have a great community that you're a part of on a regular basis. I actually moved here with my church, and I'm part of a very close-knit community that inspires faith, purpose. It gives me a lot to look forward to on a week in, week out basis, as well as help to create those lasting relationships that contribute to a sense of fulfillment. If you don't have that, it is tougher to get by here in Las Vegas. Let's talk about the healthcare challenges. Now, Las Vegas ranks low when it comes to healthcare access and quality. According to the Commonwealth Fund's 2022 healthcare rankings, Nevada ranked near the bottom, coming in at 47th out of 50 states. Now, with a shortage of doctors and specialists, residents often experience, longer than usual wait times for medical appointments, and those with chronic conditions or families with young children may face a little bit of frustration when trying to find consistent, high-quality care. Now, some residents even drive to California or Arizona for different healthcare options. Next up, let's talk about challenging drivers and high accident rates. Now, driving in Las Vegas can be an adventure in itself. And while the city is known for its busy roads, especially near the Strip, it has also earned a bit of a reputation for having some of the most aggressive drivers. Now, according to the Nevada Department of Transportation, Clark County sees a higher rate of traffic incidents. Now, the city experiences frequent speeding, aggressive driving, distracted drivers, and especially around the Strip where traffic gets dense, you'll even find a lot of incidents related to road rage. So if you are a person that is driving quite a bit throughout the week, that is something that you may have to deal with. Next, I want to talk about something that is a little bit less common, and this may not bother many people, but if you are a stargazer or one that happens to love, going out and looking at the moon and the stars at night, you might find this to be a little bit of a problem, and that is light pollution. Now, Las Vegas is known for its dazzling lights, but those same lights contribute to some of the worst light pollution in the world. The constant glow from the Strip affects the entire valley, making it difficult to see stars or enjoy a dark night sky. According to the International Dark Sky Association, Las Vegas light pollution is among the worst in the United States, and it's hard to escape even if you live far away from the heart of the city. Now, for anyone who enjoys stargazing, the brightness of the city lights can be overwhelming if you're trying to see the stars. Most times you have to go out of the city to really take in the beauty of the night sky. Drives to Arizona, I've seen that at nighttime there it can be quite beautiful. Utah can be quite beautiful, seeing the stars there as well. And, comes with the territory. Next up, let's talk about the limited job market. Now, Las Vegas has long been reliant on the hospitality, the gaming, and the tourism industries, which make up a very significant portion of its economy. Now, many job opportunities are tied to the casinos, hotels, the restaurants, and the entertainment venues. So if you're in the hospitality or those related fields, there's a good amount of job opportunities available. However, outside of those industries, the job market can feel a little bit more limited, especially for fields like technology, for finance, and professional services. Now, I will say that in the recent years, Las Vegas has been actively diversifying its economy with industries like healthcare, logistics, technology, manufacturing. They're all growing in importance. And according to the Las Vegas Global Economic Alliance, sectors like technology, healthcare, they are expanding, especially with companies like Amazon and Tesla setting up facilities nearby. Now, this diversification is helping to create more opportunities, but it's still a work in progress. Another thing that I want to talk about is the lack of green spaces. Now, Las Vegas is a desert, and that means very little in the way of green spaces. Their parks and trees are far and few in between, and the ones that do exist are small compared to cities known for their greenery. Now, according to a 2020 study by the Trust for Public Land, Las Vegas ranks low in terms of park access, with only 5.5 acres of parkland per 1,000 residents, compared to the national median of 13.1 acres of parkland per 1,000 residents. Now, if you value spending time in nature or simply want a backyard garden, you might find that the lack of green spaces in Las Vegas can be a little frustrating. If you're still interested in living here, make sure that you're prepared for the challenges that come along with all the excitement. Now, for any questions about the Las Vegas real estate market, whether you're buying, selling, or exploring your options, feel free to reach out to me. I'm here and I'm happy to help you. And thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't yet, please be sure to hit the like and the subscribe button, as it helps me to reach more people with this type of content to help them understand what living in Las Vegas is really like. I'm Joshua Shorter, your Las Vegas realtor. Thanks for tuning in, and I look forward to connecting with you guys on the next video.